Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we settle into this evening, we continue our exploration of the theme of this week, which is letting go, confidence, moderation, and zero footprint. And these qualities invite us to examine not only our inner condition, but also the subtle manner in which we engage with life, how we respond, how we choose, and how lightly or heavily we carry ourselves through experiences. In heartfulness, refinement is revealed not through dramatic change, but through increasing simplicity. This theme draws our attention to that simplicity, how the heart naturally guides us toward a way of living that is unburdened, balanced, and inwardly secure. Letting go at its deeper level is an inner consent to release ownership. And ownership of outcomes, opinions, or emotional states, and even spiritual progress quietly creates pressure. When we let go, we do not abandon responsibility, rather, we relinquish the inner insistence that things must unfold in a particular way. For an Abhyasi, this release creates space for grace to work, allowing life to teach rather than confront. And confidence matures as dependence on external validation diminishes. When action arises from inner clarity instead of mental calculation, confidence expresses itself as calm presence. There is no need to defend, justify, or assert. This quiet confidence allows us to remain rooted even when situations are ambiguous or unresolved, trusting that right understanding will emerge in its own time. And moderation serves as the guardian of inner balance. It teaches us to recognize when effort becomes strain and when withdrawal becomes avoidance. Through moderation, spiritual practice remains sustainable and life remains integrated. An Abhyasi learns to listen to the heart's rhythm, engaging fully when needed and resting naturally when required, without guilt or any excess. And zero footprint brings refinement into relationships and environments. It asks us to observe not only what we do, but what remains after we have acted or spoken. And when consciousness is clean, interactions conclude without emotional residue. Words are spoken without sharpness, actions are performed without attachment, and departures leave no disturbance behind. And this is a subtle yet profound expression of inner purity. As these qualities deepen, the daily life becomes less reactive and more responsive. Challenges are met without inner agitation, and success is handled without inflation, and disappointments pass without accumulation. For us, this marks a shift from living through effort to living through alignment. And gradually, life feels less like something to manage and more like something to participate in with awareness, restraint, and trust. Dear sisters and brothers, let us also take a moment to share the invitation of the master classes and the BHED sessions with your friends and with your family. Such a sharing is an expression of care offered without insistence. Let's do that. You'll find the additional reading material on the theme of this week as well as videos of Revered Daji, which are available on the Heartfulness app. And you can access that material under the Sunday tab dated 28 December. We will now resume our reading, and today we are going to read from page number 67 of Heartfulness Way, Book 2, and the chapter title is Letting Go. As the text is not going to be displayed on the screen, so you can keep your copy with you and you can read along. Daji, can you speak to us about the importance of letting go and accepting whatever life brings? I remember once you were having a conversation with meditators from Eastern Europe and they asked about surrender. You said, think of surrender as letting go. Then you added, acts done with love are akin to surrender. That was so helpful for me to let go and do whatever we do with love. If you wish to grow, cultivate the attitude of letting go. Of course, I don't mean letting go of responsibilities and duties. Rather, to take any new step, you need to let go of the previous one. Trees let go of old leaves to grow new ones. The cycle of growth requires letting go. You will never be free from the pulls and pushes of worldly life until you master this. Letting go is an attitude more than a principle or quality. In worldly life, we have responsibilities. We earn money and we juggle property and possessions. We form various types of relationships with people within our families and at work. Sometimes they are harmonious and sometimes not. Some dissonance and friction is natural because no one is perfect. And when two imperfect people interact, it's natural that some rough edges will create noise. Problems arise only when we are unduly attached to any of these things. Then our ego gets involved in a disproportionate way. If we do everything with love, we are free from worldly ties, even though we live in the world. Running away from life can take many forms, including